I don't know about any of you, but I get a kick out of hypocrisy. So you can imagine how I felt when I heard that Dean Esmay, the man himself, who claims that just by using his very public name, I mean it's really fucking public, somehow makes you a doxer and puts his children at risk, is now threatening to get back at people by doxing them.
I get it.
I don't get it.
Glitch, if I can ever find your real name and address and all your contact info, I will put that out there because you're too much of a coward and too much of a dishonest person to just say, hey, I'll respect this guy's name, you know, this guy's request to leave his family alone. And instead, Glitch puts the name Dean Esmay on there. Not Red Pill Religion, which would be an honest reference, or even the name Max, which would be an honest reference. And instead, he uses the name Dean Esmay. Glitch, you're a child abuser, as are all of your friends. Stop using the name Dean Esmay. I will request it again of Shannon Quillam, of John Gleason, of Steve McRae, and other scum who keep using the name Dean Esmay, even though I have made it clear I don't want to be publicly associated with that, and even though I've made it clear that continually repeating that name is just a way to harass my children, my ex, and my family. I think you haven't got the guts to use the name Red Pill Religion because you know that would allow people to go look up Red Pill Religion and see their responses. So you use this name Dean Esmay, even though you know it hurts my children, it hurts my wife, it hurts my family. You keep using it because you haven't got the gut, the honesty, the integrity to just say, hey, it's Red Pill Religion and they have something to say.
So, why the fuck does Dean care so much about people using his real name nowadays? Well, the thing you need to understand about Dean is he's garnered a lot of negative attention, and he doesn't want that attached to his real name, because if it's attached to his real name, it's way harder for him to ignore.
I was fed the message, I'm broken because I'm gay.
Don't be gay.
Damn. It's important that more and more people realize, I'm going to say this again, atheism is a hate movement.
That's right. Now, should we hate atheists?
Nope, but you can't trust them even if they seem nice.
I openly encourage people who are religious or just who support religious people to stop being friends with atheists, stop doing business with atheists, kick them out of your homes, kick them out of your places of business, mock them, laugh at them, show them no conversational tolerance, because atheists are awful. Just say, get out, I don't want any dirty, nasty fucking atheists around here. They don't want to live and let live.
And that's why he doesn't give a shit about people associating the negative attention to his new moniker, Max Colby.
Glitch, if you have any integrity at all as a human being, you will rename that video, get the name Dean Esmay off of it, and put the name Max and Red Pill Religion on it, because that would be more honest. Let's show the world. Let's show the world that it's a lie, and that atheists actually are capable of honor and integrity and decency, and get the fucking name Dean Esmay off of that and put the real name on there, which is Red Pill Religion or Max, and leave my children, my ex, and my wife alone.
So this brings me to the other thing I keep hearing from Dean, that by using his real name, it puts his children at risk of harassment.
Won't somebody please think of the children?
And if you care anything about his children, then you shouldn't use it.
And get the fucking name Dean Esmay off of that, and leave my children, my ex, and my wife alone.
However, he doesn't seem to think the same thing about him putting out his own name for the public to see. Just...
Gotta blame somebody, otherwise it's all my fault. Fuck that.
Or how putting out a video like this might be more of the cause for his children being harassed.
All right, Max Jr., if you met another kid or an adult who told you there's no evidence for God, you know that's always a lie, right?
Right.
You know there's lots of proof of God, right, Max Jr.?
Right.
Okay. Where are some of the many ways we see proof for God in the physical universe?
Cosmological constants, quantum physics, evolutionary psychology. The laws of physics keep working.
Yeah, and that's not all.
Oh yeah, Dean. Got him nice and brainwashed there. A classic gem indeed.
You're a fucking asshole.
So this is why it's really funny to see Dean now threatening to dox someone.
Glitch, if I can ever find your real name and address and all your contact info, I will put that out there.
One has to wonder if this is the type of person Dean's God called him to be. But what do I know? I'm just some dirty atheist, as he says.
Get out. I don't want any dirty, nasty fucking atheists around here.
So, to answer Dean's question that he keeps asking me, why won't I come onto his stream to defend myself from whatever crazy rantings he comes up with? Well, I think it's pretty obvious at this point why I won't, and why it'd be a complete waste of my fucking time if I did. I mean, seriously. How in the fuck can you even hope to have a reasonable discussion with someone who honestly thinks it's harassment to use a name they share publicly?
Glitch, you're a child abuser, as are all of your friends. Stop using the name Dean Esmay. I will request it again of Shannon Quillam, of John Gleason, of Steve McRae, and other scum who keep using the name Dean Esmay, even though I have made it clear I don't want to be publicly associated with that, and even though I've made it clear that continually repeating that name is just a way to harass my children, my ex, and my family.
Though, I did try to have an open discussion with Dean a while back, and this is what happened. I see you still haven't addressed the lie you told I included in this video.
That's because we've got no good reason to watch your video. Give us one. You're not very credible.
And then he blocked me, so I couldn't respond.
Riggedy, wrecked, son!
Why Dean wants to have a discussion with a person he believes isn't very credible is beyond me, but I think it might have something to do with the number of exposed videos I've made about him. And the fact that, Dean doesn't seem to be the most stable person.
Atheists, for the most part, think Christians are... they treat Christians like... they treat...
It seems
they're above us. No, it's not even a little... Have you listened to Penn Jillette talk about us? Even when he's saying nice things about us, he's still lying about us. Have you listened to John Oliver? Have you listened to Bill Maher? I'm sorry, to atheists, we're...
You have no atheist basis on which to condemn anything at all. If I want to rape and then rape children and then put them through meat grinders and then eat what comes out of the meat grinder, if I want to do that, you have no atheist basis on which to condemn that whatsoever. And if you'd like me to try, as a former atheist who can still think like an atheist, I'll make a good atheist case as to why it's good to eat children like hamburger, because I can do that.
Which kind of explains why he thinks threatening to dox people will make people stop exposing him. But who knows? Maybe we all have Dean wrong and we all deserve to be on his list of shame.
But I would say that if you disagree with their criticism, that you should emulate the standard that you're hoping to see from others rather than talking down to atheists, or rather than painting atheists with this negative brush that you don't want Christians painted with.
No.
Alrighty then.
But if atheists are really good people, why are they always using curse words? Especially curse words directed at me?
Irony! Oddly enough, talking about Dean threatening to dox people and refusing to take responsibility for his own actions reminds me of another user who did much the same. But that is for another video. if I ever decide to make it. But before we end this video, let's hear a message from one of Dean's friends he put out to the atheist community that no doubt won't sound crazy at all.
You know, I'm gonna say this right now to all the atheists who meet me on the internet. And you might recognize my voice if you ever meet me outside. I am not here to convert you. I don't care to convert you. I want to expose you. I want to humiliate you. You are blood cultists. You're in a blood cult. We know you're in a blood cult. And I will do everything to expose every single atheist document that I can, so the world can see how much your history is filled with bodies, with blood, with rape, with pillaging, with theft, with all sorts of debauchery. You deserve it. You are the ones that brought out the monster in us. You created your own monster. The gloves are off.
Shut the fuck up. You're a fucking cunt. Shut the fuck up. You're a stupid cunt. Suck my dick.